All right, I did it. I went out and I bought the car that I've been thinking of forever, and I'm wondering now, do I absolutely regret it? Just like when you're growing up and there's that girl that you always thought was incredibly attractive, but then you finally get her and you're like, ooh, big mistake. So here she is. Okay, so she is a 1998 Daihatsu Atrai Classic van, Kei van. So far, so good. I think she is the dream girl that I wanted. But, you know, you think of, do I regret it or do I not regret it? You know, you could have the regrets when it comes to girls that's all the way to a Tinder date, and you're like, man, I really regret that, to the girl that you want to take home to mom and dad that you probably want to marry. And I imagine the van is somewhere in between. But I do know for a fact that I'm not the type that would have ever gone on a Tinder date. So this doesn't look like that type of girl. Why? Because she's classic. Classy girls don't go on Tinder dates, obviously, but let's take a closer look at her and see exactly how amazing she is. Let's see how far she gets over to, oh, I want to take her home to mom and dad. Okay, so her grill, I guess you could say her face, is absolutely adorable. It's one of the things that takes it over the top.
King of the road, trailer for sailoring. Trailer for sailoring.
Not only does she have a cute face, but she actually has a great body too. I mean, look at that. I like her. I like her a lot already. But one of the reasons why I wanted her is because she's not just one of these like good looking, pretty face type of girls. I'm somebody who's really adventurous. I like to go off road. I like to do things like that. And this is not just a pretty face, but it's also four-wheel drive. Think about that. So you have this amazingly good-looking little van that is actually four-wheel drive. You could take it on adventures. You could take it on surf trips, camp on the beach, do all that stuff. That's actually why I got this van. That's all the stuff that I'm planning to do. So, you know, like most girls, yeah, pretty outside. All girls are pretty in their own way. But where you really, really start to get to know them is once you start to get to know maybe, I don't know, their heart, their attitude. What's the inside look like? Take a look at the inside. Okay, the first look in, we have wood grain. Isn't she classy? And look at the white gauges. She's like a little race car. So what we have is we have on the passenger seats, not the driver's seat, but on the passenger seats, we have this blue plaid, and it matches all of the interior. But you can see on the driver's side, you can see it's kind of rubbed off here, but everywhere else, including the passenger seats, the back and front, look perfectly new. Which leads me to believe that it was somebody who just drove this by themselves, and the only thing they replaced when they were getting rid of it was the driver's seat, because as you could see, it's a different seat cover. Sitting inside of her, there's a ton of room, and the headliner is absolutely amazing. And speaking of girls, well, there's my wife. You look in here, look what we got. She's not the only one with four-wheel drive. Right here, I have lockers. I could lock my hubs right there. But inside here, check this out. What we got is we got cup holders. We got a little like thing right here for, I could only imagine, your sunglasses. Carry a little pencil. There is a pencil in there. You have all of that. The car is absolutely amazing, from like the little cup holders, which you don't get in a lot of these vans, the sunglass holder, all these things are amazing features. Also, power windows, air conditioning, and I'm not gonna lie, when I got the car the other day, I did put a radio in it. I didn't think about making the video, but it's amazing because I was thinking, hey, I want to get in a car and have it wireless in CarPlay, so I don't have to think about it. And so this car was perfect for it, as you could see. All right, so she has a pretty face. She has a great body. You look inside, she's not only classy, but she's sporty. But here's another question. Is there junk in the trunk? Well, I mean, I guess, can I put junk in the trunk? And from the look of it, it's huge back here. I'm a surfboard shaper, so I carry a lot of tools with me. And so let's look. So even with the seats completely up, I can put tools back here. I can load a ton of stuff. Obviously, I carry a lot of surfboards. So check this out. So the entire back of this thing folds flat, which is amazing because now I could just fit surfboards back here. Not only can I fit surfboards back here, but I could get a mattress and I can camp back here. I'm not gonna be like one of those guys who spent $150,000 on a Sprinter van and puts off-road tires on it, but off-road tires. This thing is four-wheel drive. I think I should put off-road tires on it. Let me know if you want me to put off-road tires on this. But I'm not gonna be like one of those Sprinter van guys who spends all that money and never takes it off-road. This thing is built for adventure. I'm 6 foot tall, and well, I feel like laying you down. So I can easily camp in here. I can get a mattress, put it right back here, a foam mattress, and sleep. I could camp, I could do all those things. So you're thinking, okay, Dave, that's great. You could put all your little short boards in here, but this van, it's only like 12 feet long. How are you gonna get a bigger board in here? Well, my wife longboards, and here's another cool thing about this van. Watch this. There we go. My wife's 9.0 still fits in the van. Now, she's not gonna be able to sit in the front seat, but I have this seat over here. And my wife can sit right there. So I guess the next thing to do is we got to see how cool she is. So let's drive around. Let's check out how the AC works. I already know that the CarPlay works good. So she sounds fine. Like, I think she has a great voice. But let's see how cool she is. Yeah, she's cool now. The air conditioning works. But is she slow? You know, you meet those girls, they're cool, but ever so often it's like, yeah, the girl's cool, but you tell her jokes and she never really gets it and she's a little bit slow. These vans have been known to be on the slower side, you know, and you don't get them because they're fast, you know. You get these because they're cool, because they're efficient, and because they do all the things that you really want them to do. So what we're gonna see is exactly how fast is this 1998 Daihatsu Atrai Classic. A lot of times these vans typically top out at around 55 miles an hour. But looking down right now, that's about where we are right now, and she has a lot more to give. I can tell that she's fine. 100 kilometers an hour is 60 miles an hour, and she's fine. Yeah, some cars are going by us right now, but we're not looking to race them. We're just looking to see how fast this van can go comfortably. So right now, we're above 60 miles an hour. And that's all I need. So at 65 miles an hour, she's cruising. So she's quick. Okay, so I am more than stoked right now because I got a van that's not only good looking, it's clean, it's four-wheel drive, and it easily goes 55. Even, we just saw it go 65. And that's more than I need in coastal North Carolina and in Southern California along the PCH. So I'm absolutely blown away by how good this van is. I tested the heater. The heater works good, so you know, she's not only that girl who's cool to be with. On a cold, you know, day, she wraps her arms around you and goes, "It's okay, I'll keep you warm." So, you know what? Right now, I couldn't be happier. So I just got back from the drive, and yeah, we have far past the tender regret over here. We blew by the idea of, yeah, I'm cool with being seen with her in public because, yeah, she's a looker. We could tell she's a looker. And then I got inside, and man, I could tell she was as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. So it's cool. Yeah, let's go talk to people. And then all of a sudden, you know, I see there's a ton of room in the trunk, and that, you know, she'd be great doing things that I like to do, which is like, she's great for carrying my tools. She's great for carrying surfboards. So guess what? My friends are going to be like, oh, you found somebody that likes to do the things you like to do. So we like her. So that regret is gone. And then it's like, all right, well, really, is she quick? Is she cool? So we drove around. Air conditioning works like a champ. She's cool. She gets all of our jokes. So you know she can hang. And then she's quick. Like, she's quick. Like, she went 65, no problem. And now we're back, and I am blown away. Do I regret this? Absolutely not. I'm almost at the spot where I think, man, maybe I introduce her to my parents. So I think there's a few more things I could do. I think there's a modification that I could do to it that'll make it perfect for me, because, you know, you meet somebody and there's always compromise. And so I think if there's one thing she could change, I think I want to put a rack on the inside of her up high to where I could have 4 people in here, and I could have a surfboard or 2 above us, because this, like, look at the amount of headroom I have in here. I'm 6 foot tall and I have all this headroom. So I think I'm going to do that. And then, who knows, maybe I'll put a rack on the roof. But you say, why do I want a rack inside? Well, because I always have surfboards with me and I want to lock them up. So yeah, I'm going to put the rack on the inside. And heck, we mentioned earlier that these people who have Sprinter vans, they put off-road tires on them, they do all this stuff, but they never take them off-road. Well, it's kind of what I like to do. So do you think I should put off-road tires on this? Do you think I should find some all-terrain tires and customize this little van? If you do, let me know. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Let me know what kind of tires I should get, and I'll get them. And you know what? We will customize. We'll go on a journey. We'll see what it is. Maybe I should take this van on journeys. I don't know, but I'll bring you along with me. But right now, I'm going to do the first little bit of customization. Well, I did put a radio in it, but we're going to customize it right now. We're going to put a roof rack in it, on the inside, and then we'll see from there. We'll go from there.
I love the racks. Rack City chick, rack City chick. With the racks in the middle. Racks on racks. He got racks on racks on racks. I love the racks. Rack City chick, rack City chick. With the racks in the middle. Racks on racks. He got racks on racks on racks. I love the racks.
The board's above my head. Now, if I have someone who's 7 foot tall in here, we could just move the board to the side. Ever so often I have someone who's 7 foot tall, but not all the time. So there's a ton of headroom. I got a board rack. It's the perfect van. Well, she's passed every test. I literally have a surfboard above my head right now. I have my shaping tools next to me, and this van has everything I could ever want. So do I regret buying the van? Well, I think it's all the way over to, I'm about to introduce her to mom and dad. But before I do, I'm gonna dress her up a little bit. I ordered something, so I think it's time to make her mine.
We were to just fall apart, and I could stand the thought of losing you. So meet me at the altar in your white dress.